In this video, we're going to show you how to re-add a camera if you change the system password on your NVR and then have difficulties logging back into one of your IP cameras. Now keep in mind, when these systems are shipped, they're initialized with a system password or an admin password, and that admin password gets pushed on or sent to these cameras so that the NVR and the cameras can join together. So when you change the admin password or system password on your NVR, what you're going to do is actually confuse the NVR and camera as to what password it should use to log into the camera. So for example, we're using our default password and we have an IP camera connected here. So first I'm going to go under the system settings and change my admin password. So I'm going to right click, go to main menu, go to account at the bottom right hand side here. Here we can see we have admin, we have local login status because I'm logged into it. Type in my old password by ticking the modify password option. And for this new password, I'm just going to add a letter to the end of it. We'll add an alpha character at the end there, just an A. And we'll go ahead and confirm this password. Keep in mind, we don't really recommend changing the password at all. It is a secure password unless you give it to other people. And you want to secure your NVR so that does not become an issue. So we'll go ahead and click OK to change the password. It says, do you want to sync the password with the remote device connecting via the default protocol? Normally you would click OK and that would automatically forward this password change to your camera. In this example, we're going to click cancel because we want to show and demonstrate that it actually does not change the password on the camera and we have to change it manually. So we'll go ahead and log out. We'll go ahead and switch user and see if we can log in with the new password. So you can see when I tried to log in, the old password did not work, so I have to use the new password to log in. And since I click cancel on sending the new password to the camera, it's still going to use the old password. So I can log back into my NVR with the new password that I've set by adding an A at the end of the password. And we can see that the camera is still connected here. But let's say I were to disconnect this camera and put it into a different port. So I've disconnected the camera. It should come up on channel 2 now. And the thing about this is that I've changed the user password on the NVR. The NVR is going to try to automatically connect to this camera with that new password that I've set. And we should receive a password error after plugging this camera back in. Alright, as you can see, channel 2 came up. We'll go ahead and make it full screen so you can see the error that popped up. And as you see, I got an invalid username and password, which is weird, right? Because I just had this camera working, and the only thing that I changed was my administrator password on my NVR. So in order to alleviate this, I can right click, go to main menu, come down under management, and camera, go to the registration screen. Here I can see I have a red status, right? Because now the NVR is trying to use my new admin password to connect to this camera, which the camera was initialized when I actually plugged it into port 1 with the old admin password. So I'm going to click the edit button. I'm going to come down here to my password field. Actually, I'm going to set it to the password that is actually set on the camera since it was initialized before I changed my password. So I've changed it to the password that should be set on the camera. After a few seconds, I got a green status. I can right click to back out of this menu. I can right click to back out of the main menu. And here I am on channel 2 and I have a camera pulled up. Now again, this guide is to help you get reconnected to a camera after you've changed the administrator password on your NVR and your NVR tries to connect to a camera with the new administrator password even though it was initialized with a previous administrator password. Hopefully this video helps. Thank you for watching.